Ooh. A frozen mimic. Got him. But he made it that far and then he died.
The Psychoscope was a breakthrough. Apart from neuromods, it's the most important tech on Talos I. Use it to scan the Typhon organisms if you want to learn what makes them tick. You invented it, by the way.
Psychoscope. Toggle your Psychoscope with Z to mark and scan nearby enemies. Scanning Typhon reveals new abilities that can acquire by installing neuromods. So is that how I learn about what I use the Psy things for? Wait, am I scanning my own turret?
Research complete.
Huh. Interesting. Oh, whoa. I just had the realization, it's kind of a minor thing, but BioShock obviously takes after System Shock 2 significantly. And I just had the realization, BioShock has you pick up a camera and photograph enemies to research them, which always felt like a weird thing, like why is photographing somehow like research or whatever? But I just realized like that's because in System Shock 2 you'd pick up you'd find body parts and stuff of enemies, organs and stuff like that, and you'd research them, and you'd learn like a weakness of the enemy, or you'd learn a new item type, or something like that would come out, or that item would become like a consumable from that point on, stuff like that. And yeah, BioShock had that photo system, which I didn't even realize until just now that that's based on this whole concept, huh? Alright, so we've got the research on this turret. It's weak to electric, EMP, explosive, and melee. Immune to psychic and null wave. That's exactly what you'd expect, more or less. I may have stranded this one down here, come to think of it. Mimic detection Gen 1 allows detection of hidden mimics. Hello. Get in there. You get right in there. Oh my goodness. That's kind of a game changer, isn't it? How are we doing on the gun upgrades? We need 2 more neuromods. Break down equipment in your inventory into spare parts and recover spare parts from destroyed operators. Ooh. Ooh. I think I'm going to pause on the upgrade for a bit. I actually really like that, and I think I want to grab it even though I have been ignoring it. Does that mean I can, like, take, like, this spare gun, for example? Let's see. Menu. So that's just dismantle there now. That's good. Oops. So let's test this out then. So how many spare parts do I have right now? I have 8. And if I turn you into spare parts... Now I have 9. So 1 spare part. So it comes down to whether or not I want the spare parts more, or if I want the material yield more, basically. I can turn them into spare parts one by one. But like this thing, for example... Oh! It actually tells me that here. So this one's worth 3 spare parts. So it's actually a decent ratio then. Worth 1.5 mineral and 1 synthetic, or 3 spare parts. I was worried they were all going to be 1. So this one's rarer, so it's worth more, and now I have 13 spare parts. I like that. Okay, so I'm back down to 1, so I need 5 more neuromods if I want to get the weapon upgrade, but... I mean, it's like the maximum level weapon upgrade, unless they're going to give me a new one, so... Having it be acquired slightly later in the game is not completely crazy. And I like the idea of having this ability. Get you out of there, your terror pose. There we go. Sorry. Escape pod key is somewhere over there. Josh stopped in somewhere in Guts, which we're still trying to get our way into. I think we're done down here? Which means I probably stranded my turret down here, and I'm not going to get it back. So now that we have the research ability, it's probably kind of a big deal that I got the, Can I throw you up there or something? Now that I have a research ability, it's... Oh god. I just had to dismantle that turret, huh? God damn it. Alright. Where'd you go? But since this is dead end, I may have stranded the turret down here, I'm not sure. Well, now I know why there was some... Oh. Now I know why there was boxes posed up there, because they wanted to specifically set them up to do this. They set them up so they could all be involved in the falling down to reveal that something else is coming. No new data. I was gonna say, wasn't there a mimic? I'm like, where the hell did it go? That's... whoops. My bad. That's the problem with changing your hotkeys. I was like, I'm gonna use my glue cannon so I can research it. Has to be alive. I accidentally murdered it instead. So that's why there was a frozen one there, is because that was gonna be useful to me. But instead I squandered that. Nope. Might be a little hard to research you, if you're aware of me. Maybe he lose track of me? Did he? He doesn't see me right now. He's forgetful, it would appear. Not going great at the moment. Maybe I can hide behind those boxes? I'm gonna say no. Pretty sure he's gonna notice me immediately if he comes back around. Maybe if I scan really fast? There we go.
Specimens required.
Ooh. Stealth kill coming. Thank you. What did I learn from you, by the way? Oh, scan the corpse. Dang it. I didn't get to see what I learned, because I was afraid of for my life. Where did I throw you? There you are. Come back up here, buddy. I'm not leaving you behind until you die. And then I'll, probably leave you behind. Where'd you go? Oh, you little shit. You're not getting away from me. There we go. Jump up, damn it. She's very selective about grabbing ledges, although in this case I think it's just the ledges are really weirdly shaped.
Eradicator auto-touring version 0.7.6.
Not 100% trusting my surroundings right now.
Psychoscope required beyond this point.
Well, I got that. Good for me. By the way... Ah. There we go. There's those psychoscope upgrades. Yeah. Suddenly... Alright, I was gonna say that the tree didn't seem that huge. Look how big this is now. And it's full of mystery abilities that we don't know about, so I can't even guess what the stuff is. Morph, though. Manipulate the psychoactive ether to change shape and dupe your enemies. Telepathy. Use your mind as a weapon to manipulate technology and objects at a distance. Energy. Harness the destructive power of electricity, fire, and kinetic energy. This probably gives me the attack they have. Kinetic Blast. Neuromods required 3. Creates a physical blast that deals up to 50 damage and pushes away anything within 5 meters of the targeted area. Got it from the Phantom. This gives you slightly more range and damage, basically, also involving the Phantom for the scanning. So the more you scan, the more new things you uncover, and then it gives you more options to go in with where you want to go with these upgrades. Decontamination in progress. What happens if I take a turret through decontamination? You okay, turret buddy?
Ready
That was a weird attempt at a jump scare. Hi.
Scanning. Neuroimaging shows your psychoactive potential is at or near peak level.
Ah.
Should I change position?
You're the one that restores my psi meter, then. They're trying to do a jump scare there? They guys supposed to freak me out as it came through the lift. Alright, buddy.
You probably didn't see me there.
They get mad at you for bumping into them, apparently.
Alright, Morgan, I know I can't make you stay put, but you're gonna die down there if you don't listen to me. You need to calibrate your psychoscope. Try scanning the Typhon specimens around you. Once you get enough scan data, the labs will open. More importantly, you'll be able to install Typhon-based neuromods. You'll be unstoppable. That's what this is all about, Morgan. You spent 3 years of your life making it possible. Putting what they can do into us. You've just forgotten.
So, he cares about us enough that he's doing something reasonable here, which is that he's not trying to stop us, he just won't allow us to continue until we essentially complete a tutorial, which is that we get more abilities basically by scanning samples. I assume there must be copies of the various enemy types around here that are all frozen or in containment or something. Seems to be the implication. Can I read any of that? Answer's pretty much no. That's pretty hard to get through. Ah, the samples are probably in those containers. Okay. And so he won't let me through there until then.
Please recalibrate before entering the examination area.
Huh. Maybe he didn't even set it up, actually. Maybe this whole thing was always like that. What's going on here? So I'm being kept out by the glue. There also seems to be a lightning issue on the other side. Oh yeah. So it might be dangerous to go inside there. Hans Kelstrup, Psychotronics Director. I'm not getting in that way, so I'm gonna have to break the window, I think. Well, the non-window. But it's definitely blocked up like they were trying to contain it. Either somebody was trying to hole up in there to protect themselves, or somebody was trying to keep something in there so it wouldn't get out. All these noises, hello. I can probably scan you.
Research complete.
There we go. What? Oh, does time freeze? Okay, so when I scanned the other one, I could have stayed still and I would have been able to read the sidebar because time stops. I was panicking, so I was like, ah, go, go. So he has the exact same stats as the other character did. So Dre takes you to the research you just did? Oh, yeah. Whoa. There's a lot going on here. Alright, Phantom, then. Psychotronics database. Common name Phantom. Typhon Anthrophantasmus. Makes sense. Like phantasm and anthro would mean like humanoid and so on. Sure. Phantoms are not wholly alien. Created by weavers using human remains, phantoms have been known to exhibit human-like neural patterns at times. But as noted in observation log 1621041477, while phantoms may also attempt to reproduce human phrases, they do not appear to retain any form of actual speech or human comprehension. Due to the specimen's explosive speed, phantoms must be subdued or enclosures purged before attempting to enter. It's weak to glue, immune to EMP, as you'd expect. Kinetic Blast 1 and 2. Turret. The Eradicator Auto Turret is 0.7.6, not even a 1.0 version. Great. Observer Franklin Good. The accuracy grade for this newest turret iteration is a significant improvement over the last generation, with a marked 17% increase. The jamming issues, when transitioning to portability mode, also seem to have been resolved. Stability is still shit. The Psychoscope element works well, but I recommend tuning the sensitivity down somewhat. I have received complaints from Psychotronics that some of the prototypes we sent down for testing are still a little high-strung. Morgan's notes. My notes. Easy to upgrade and repair. Base model is weak against some of the larger Typhons. Be careful around them with neuromods. Does not like any Typhon material around. Oh. Does not like any Typhon material being around. Does that mean that if I upgrade myself with Typhon abilities that I'll be attacked by my own turrets? Is that the implication here? That'd be, frustrating. Science operator. In the world of scientific progress, nothing is more important than accuracy and safety. That is why all TranStar laboratories are equipped with Sybil 495 science class operators. The latest in TranStar's line of operators, the Science Operator combines unprecedented access to TranStar's scientific databases with 2 highly customizable utility arms to make an unrivaled laboratory assistant. Morgan's notes can be found floating around psychotronics, helps restore psi potential. And it has all the weaknesses and strengths you'd expect, basically. Did I learn any new abilities from you, though? Yeah, we seem to only get those from scanning actual psychotronic enemies. I'm gonna go take a quick poke through here. This one goes down.
Hello, Dr. Yu.
Hello. Didn't think... Oh, it can't scan you. Oh, you're also a science operator, that's why. I think it's because I default to the idea that the science one's gonna repair my suit, but that's the engineering one.
Dr. Yu.
Scanning target, no alien material.
So that's the mistake I'm making. Equip viewing scope prior to viewing. Or psychoscope, yeah. Kinetic Blast 1 available. There we go. We already had that one, and we don't have 2 yet. Well, that's just from that, though. So is there a reason to scan it more than once?
Good. Sending you the code to a safe in Director Kalstrup's office. I'm certain he's hidden neuromods there. Use them to install one of the Typhon abilities. Do that, maybe you'll live long enough for me to see your face again.
That one startled me because it started making so many noises that I thought it was going to break out and attack me. So I'm like, shotgun time.
More specimens required.
There we go. If they're all the same thing, then I might actually get my stat here.
Scan complete.
So there's Blast 2. So I've gotten how many scans I needed for that now. Okay. I guess we're just done scanning for now?
Psionic aptitude available.
That one appears to be empty. That's empty. Concerning. How under attack am I about to be? They pretty much gave me the amount I needed for rank 2 then. Oh, that's just the door closing. That's startling. It's so loud. You guys hide anything cool down here? No? Thought for sure they would. There's containment. Let's poke around in here. That's you? Stop making noise. The director's office. We've been more or less in the clear lately. Plop you right here. You should be able to take out any mimics that show up, and you should hopefully be out of range of the electricity so it doesn't hit us.
Target, no Typhon material detected.
Definitely wish I could tell the range of those things a little better. I'm sorry, are you inside the vending machine? Okay, I don't know how I did that, but okay. Whoa. Ah! Oh, Jesus. Okay, you got me. That was startling. I'm an idiot. I saw the Psy-Hypo, I'm like, how did that Psy-Hypo fall down? Wow. I don't know how I jostled it free, but that's exactly what I was hoping for. They're hiding monsters behind wish fulfillment, basically. That's really unfortunate. Alright, so you're a fabricator. Not in a big hurry to make anything right now. How are my stats doing? 45 mineral. Dang. Eating again. Am I safe behind this wall, I hope? Ah, maintenance access. Cool. Is there glass here? There's no glass here, so I'm not really safe here, am I? Oh, I'm pretty close to that. Okay, yeah, there's a safe. The safe with the working keypad. It's a computer, it's a recycler. It's probably worth fixing you. There we go. Yeah, there's a fair amount of stuff in the way that I won't be able to get if I don't fix it. We'll place my stuff to recycle after I finish exploring the room. Petri dish. It's his cabin and Director Kelstrup's... Oh, that's this. Yay, this door works now. Which I could have manually overridden from here anyway. I did it. Three, 7, 3, 2. Ooh, yes. Neuromod fabrication plan. Now that's a big deal. Now I can make neuromods.
Morgan, a warning. If you scan enough Typhon organisms, you'll be able to install neuromods that are powerful, but they're the reason we're in this mess. For one thing, the station's defensive turrets will identify you as an alien threat. There might be worse consequences I can't yet see. I don't want you to lose yourself.
That would be a bummer to find out that all the turrets start attacking me the moment I get the neuromod installed. I guess we could test it right now. Let's quick save. They gave me some neuromods, right? So let's learn something crappy. This is a single purchase, my first ever one. Oh God.
What's happening?
Don't let them do this to you.
Hi.
How does it feel? Do you remember? The first time you said it was like you were outside yourself, like time itself had bent its knee, waiting for you to decide. You moved my chair without touching it. It gave me chills. The possibilities. You became something new that day. Something higher. I knew then, as I believe now, that our mission is to lift up all humanity in the same way.
Okay. So this is a pretty major story decision, isn't it? I was just gonna do a quick test to see if the turret shot me real quick, then I was gonna load immediately, but now we're doing like cutscenes and stuff. Some powers are triggered by instantly pressing mouse 2. Some powers are targeted, so stop time, enter side targeting mode, and press mouse 2. Use mouse to aim. Release mouse 2 to execute the power on the target location. Power is going to be equipped with the favorites wheel. What about you? So you're chill then, huh? He hasn't reacted that way yet. Going back. And the point's gone, right? Do I still have it? No, it says neuromods required 3. That means I don't have it yet, right? Yeah. Okay. So as I said, I haven't really decided I want to do that yet, but I just wanted to see whether or not the turrets literally attack you immediately, and then, well, the cutscenes that accompany that came as a surprise. Not meant to be a saves coming thing, but more of an experimentation of what's going to happen. Learning about the mechanics. The noetic field. Noetic research, like all bold new ideals, has undergone a predictable pattern in the scientific community. First, skeptics ridicule the idea since it violates conventional wisdom and the laws of science. Second, skeptics grudgingly concede the idea might be possible in some circumstances, but the evidence is weak. Third, the idea catches the attention of mainstream researchers and, more importantly, the public. Finally, the same skeptics who once laughed at the idea now claim that they thought of it first. I think I actually read that before. Boing. Bye. Alright. Yeah, I'll have to make up my mind whether or not I want to use that power, ultimately. That'll take some time to figure out. Because, it might be a heavy story decision. Typhon Mimesis Part 2. Earlier models postulated that the mimic reformed its molecular structure, actually replicating the atomic makeup of the target object. We now hypothesize that mimics are not changing shape at all. When they mimic an object, a mimic is no longer objectively present in the universe. The mimic swaps with an object in a parallel reality, but maintains a conscious link, a kind of paradimensional entanglement, to the object in our universe. That's extreme. So it's not even transforming into a thing, it's just straight up, like, replacing itself, but somehow keeping track. What is up with this? Oh, it's gone. Now I can't see it when I zoom in anymore. No, I can, a little bit. Just if I zoom in out directly, I can't see it because the light overrides it. I'm just having a green light over there that's going through the walls. Weird. Time to talk. From Alex Yu to Hans Kelstrup. Our esteemed colleague Dr. Galagos is posing a problem. Let's talk via Looking Glass ASAP. Tokaji's injury. From Elizabeth Bay to Hans Kelstrup. Dr. Kelstrup, patient Tokaji insists she got her hand caught in a piece of machinery, but her wounds show evidence of bite marks. Human bite marks. Someone bit her finger off. When I asked security if they could find the fingers so I could at least reattach them, they said that the machine had ground them up. What is going on? Thanks, Elizabeth Bay. Telepath rejection from Sanjay Puri to Hans Kelstrup. Copy sent to both of the U's, including, that's me. Full report still pending concerning the latest experiment with V010655537. The Typhon Psychoscope initially evidenced interest in the subject, but then failed to colonize subject's mind. Developed a strong aversion, in fact. Experiment halted at 5 hours. I think that's... I don't know, it says minutes. Is that 5 minutes, 1 second, and 30 milliseconds or something? At a Morgan user quest, 37 sent to recovery. While 37 has a history of psychological instability, the event seems to have inflicted additional trauma. Both MU and A have agreed that 37 should be held until we can determine the origin of 37's peculiar resistance to Typhon Psychoscope. Sanjay Puri. I'm curious. Could he be the mind-controlled character? I mean, they're not much of a rejector if they're mind-controlled, so maybe not. Status report, Tokaji and 37. From Helen Barker Combs to Hans Kelstrup. Dr. Kelstrup, per your request, Dr. Tokaji was sent to trauma. Her fingers could not be recovered. V010655537 is isolated under continual watch. Security will perform regular checks on his physical condition. Dr. Helen Barker. So 37 bit off Tokaji's finger. Jeez. That's why that's why they don't show up in this email as a recipient or sender. That's messed up.